Connecticut's #1 local news. This is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
First up at 7 on our streaming news app, we turn to the early warning weather alert. It was a great December day. Looking live from our iCam over Hartford, and hopefully you got out today to finish those last-minute errands because a storm arrives for Christmas. Meteorologist Mark Dixon is here with what to expect and to time it all out.
Hey there, Shawnte. Yeah, definitely poorly timed, as it's going to bring heavy rain and a gusty, perhaps damaging wind, but also some very mild air to the state. If you were hoping for a white Christmas, the chances of that are dwindling, given that a lot of the snow cover that we have will likely melt as we get closer to Christmas morning. That, in tandem with heavy rain, is leading to a concern for flooding, poor drainage flooding, river flooding, talking about smaller streams and creeks. They could rapidly rise out of their banks. Also basement flooding. So we've got statewide flood watch, 2 to 3 inches with that snow melt. This runs through early Friday morning. Additionally, statewide, we have high wind warnings, wind advisories. We could see wind gusts up to, if not over 60 miles an hour. We could actually get some wind gusts coastal southeast Connecticut up to around 70 miles an hour as we head into early Friday morning. So as we just showed you, Hartford, great visibility, no weather woes this evening. There's the snow cover from New Haven overlooking the green. Again, it's not going to be lasting much longer. Temperatures inland this evening dipping to the low 30s and actually trending upward overnight thanks to increasing cloud cover and a bit of a southerly component to the wind. Same thing along the shoreline, upper 30s through the evening hours, then up to 40, if not better than that, as we head toward daybreak Thursday. So for our Christmas Eve, we've got high pressure moving offshore, a storm system from the west approaching, and between the two, that southerly flow only gets stronger. The rain will begin increasing as the wind goes up as well. So again, a flood watch in effect, a high wind warning, wind advisory. Here's the latest with Futurecast. As we head through tomorrow morning, primarily dry, perhaps a couple rays of sunshine. By the afternoon, scattered showers will be possible. The steady, heavy rain arrives after midnight. There's the situation 4 o'clock Christmas morning and the pre-dawn hours as we go to 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. The heaviest of the rain begins shifting to our east. Still raining here in Connecticut. It doesn't wind down until around lunchtime with some partial clearing taking place thereafter. Little upper level energy will pivot through, could generate a late day isolated rain or snow shower in the northwest hill town. So with regard to the rain, again, 2 to 3 inches, perhaps some locally higher amounts where we get some of these reds that show up, some bands of heavier rain could develop here in Connecticut. The winds tomorrow morning, not too terribly strong, certainly breezy. Wind gusts by 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 35 to 40 miles an hour as we head toward 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Notice that shade of purple statewide. Wind gusts up to, if not over, 45 to 55 miles an hour. I'll start the clock at 5 a.m. There are those wind gusts, 65 to nearly 70 miles an hour, coastal southeast Connecticut by early Friday morning. Then the wind starts to die down a little bit, relatively speaking, by late morning, early afternoon on Friday. Now, speaking of Friday, very mild, wet and windy to start the day. Temps up near 60 by lunchtime, going from the 50s into the 40s. By sunset, going from the 40s into the 30s. So it gets progressively colder, but also a little less windy as we head through the course of our Christmas day. So on our early warning 7-day forecast, beyond Christmas Eve, beyond Christmas Day, for the upcoming last weekend of 2020, it's going to be dry and bright, but seasonably cold. Highs in the low and mid 30s, morning lows, teens, and near 20. Monday of next week, there's a chance for some rain and snow showers late Monday. Then behind that storm system, cold and windy for Tuesday. Dry and bright, though. Highs may not make it above freezing on Tuesday. 33 are forecast high for Wednesday. For shoreline highs after reaching near 60 on Friday, mid-30s for Saturday as well for Sunday.
All right, wild weather there. Thank you, Mark. It could be a recipe for heavy flooding, though. Strong rain and wind on the way, plus the unseasonably warm temperatures over the past few days, melting snow. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Patricia Del Rio shows us how the Public Works Department wants people to do their part to prevent the flooding.
Everybody understands being without power is difficult, but on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, it's just that much worse.
Eversource announcing today they will have extra crews working and they'll be fanned out all over the state so that power can be restored quickly if strong winds knock it out. At an Eversource warehouse facility today, crews loading up equipment. The utility says they're doing everything they can to prevent a Christmas blackout.
That's why we're, making sure we have, everything in position and as many possible resources on hand as we can. Everyone, our team is also, sacrificing their holiday to make sure that they can do everything they can to assist the restoration so it's as fast as possible.
Meantime, in West Hartford, people doing their part to prevent flooding by clearing snow away from catch basins so that the expected heavy rain can drain into them. And there are other things homeowners can do to prevent their basement from flooding. Clear your gutters of debris. Position downspouts away from the foundation. Inspect your foundation and basement for cracks. Use epoxy or sealer to fill those cracks. And if you have a below-grade sump pump, clear it of debris. Patricia Del Rio, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Some useful information there, and also be sure to download the Channel 3 app ahead of the storm and keep your phone charged. If you lose power during tomorrow's storm, you can stay updated and stream our coverage live right from your phone. And Governor Ned Lamont has a holiday message. Please stay home. Today, Lamont is strongly advising people not to travel and celebrate the holidays with your immediate family. Meanwhile, more vaccines are arriving in Connecticut. Chief Capitol reporter Susan Rav has the story.
We had a positive diagnosis in our work. I'm an attorney, and I want to go see my kids.
William Anderson is getting a COVID test and is now quarantining. Unfortunately, he won't be able to spend Christmas with his children. He's hoping soon after.
I'm having a Christmas with just my immediate family, and that's my strong advice and guideline to each and every one of you.
The pandemic has also created a lot of stress, but people are stepping up. Many volunteers, over 1,000 substitute teachers, 400 temporary nurses' aides, and 600 medical and non-medical volunteers. Health workers all over the state are now being vaccinated. In New Haven, 1,000 doses were delivered Wednesday morning to the city's health department. The plan is to start vaccinating early Monday morning. The vaccines are going to medical first responders, firefighters, and EMTs.
What's been, I think, pretty promising is we've surveyed people in our police department and our fire department, and there isn't the kind of apprehension, widespread apprehension that we were concerned about. There's still a lot of questions, but a lot of people are saying the benefits of getting this vaccine far outweigh any potential risks.
Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
For watching on the Channel 3 streaming news app, we'll see you back here for Eyewitness News at 11. Have a great night.